Guys, is it possible for you to hear me and see me? So guys, how many of you are here? I wonder. Guys, can you give me any signs? Are you here? Is everything okay? Is it possible for you to hear me, to see me? 5 out of 200. Oh my god. Waiting for everybody to be added. Guys, oh, 6 people here. 5 again. So guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can we start? Probably. Give me any possible signs or something like that. Just I need to know that you are here. Okay, so probably we can start. So guys, hello, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dmitry, and today I'm going to be your presenter in this lesson. We're going to speak about elementary course, and the topic for today is things I love about Britain. So may I ask you a question? What do you know about Britain? Like, have you ever been there? Probably you have never been there. Or it is not a country for you to visit. So I cannot see you, I cannot hear you, but probably you can hear me. As I can see, only 4 people are attending this class. Yeah, right. So I would like to tell you some things about Britain, and we will start from the capital of Britain. I think you remember that the capital of Britain is London, of course, and this London is situated somewhere in the south of the UK. So the country, which you know as Great Britain, is in reality called the United Kingdom. So the UK as the abbreviation goes. So speaking about the country is really interesting, and possibly all we know about it is that the London, I mean city, London is the capital of Great Britain. So basically, this is the most important fact which we all know about Great Britain. So today we're going to speak about Britain a little bit more. We will try to compare Great Britain to our home country, Belarus. I hope you're patriotic, and I hope you like Belarus as much as I do, because I really like it. And today I will ask you some questions, and of course you will have the home task completely based on this topic which we're going to speak about today. So speaking about some vocabulary which can be helpful for you when you are visiting Great Britain. The first thing which you need to know is that you need to bring an umbrella with you. For example, if you're flying by Belavia, as you call it in Russian, from Minsk to London directly, you need to be aware of an umbrella, which you always need to carry with you when you go to London. Also, speaking about the climate, in London, climate is very, very changeable. Oh, somebody says that there is no sound. Guys, you need to hear me because звук должен быть. Because I think that everything is working. Probably I can try to adjust it. But I think it's working. Possible. Oh, Roman, you can hear me? Ekaterina, you can hear me, right? Natalia, perfect. Anybody else, guys, who can hear me? Because I can see you here, I can hear you. The sound is present. Размутить? I'm sorry, what does this phrase mean? Okay. Guys, so can I continue? Or you are waiting and we are waiting for someone else to come? Probably I can continue. So I was speaking about umbrellas, and of course I was about to tell you about the glasses which you need to take with you when you're going to Great Britain. So speaking about glasses, you need to be aware of wearing the sunglasses because the climate in London is very, very changeable. The same with the whole Britain when we're speaking about the UK territory. So you need to be aware of the umbrella which you need to take with you. We call it take an umbrella. And of course, you need to wear glasses. Don't forget about taking them with you. So, do you remember which language these people are speaking? Ruslan, the problem is you don't know how to speak. Ruslan, can you say something now? Ruslan, you are online. You can tell us something. Ruslan, your camera is unlocked. Your microphone is unlocked, so you can tell us something. Ruslan, can you hear me? Yes, perfect. So your camera and your microphone are unlocked, so you can try to tell us something. Okay, perfect. We're waiting. So probably I can continue. Whenever you want to say something, just give me a sign, wave to me because your camera is unlocked, so you can tell and you can talk to us. So guys, I was about to tell you about the language. So the most important thing is you cannot speak Russian. Unfortunately for some of you, if you are going to the UK, you cannot speak Russian. The only one language which you can speak there is, yes, it is English. That's why we're here to learn it. Can you imagine it? So when you're coming to Great Britain, you become foreigners. So in Belarus, you are locals. So as to say, you are local people who live here. Oh, Ruslan. Oh, probably it was a mistake of mine. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Ruslan, I can hear you.
Так, я пока еще разбираюсь, пока до урока не дошел, пока сейчас. Мы подключиться не все могут.
Okay, perfect.
Пока.
Я жду вас. I'm waiting. So probably I need to lock your microphone. Yeah? Okay, great. So, guys, I will continue. If you have any problems, Ruslan, just try to type it into our chat because I can see you and I can, help you if you have any problems. So I will try to continue. Guys, so you need to learn English and you need to know English to communicate with people who are living in the UK because you are foreigners. Like starting from the time when you cross the border between, I would say Belarus, if you're flying directly, you're crossing the border between Belarus and the UK, you become a foreigner. In this case, you are a person who is not from the UK because you are from Belarus. And you need to speak different language. Of course, you need to change your money. As you remember, yeah, you have Belarusian rubles, but it is impossible to change Belarusian money in Great Britain. So you need to change them somewhere here in Minsk, probably in Belarus, Or if you want, you can change money in Belarus into dollars, into euros. And then after you go to the UK, you need to change your money into, do you remember the currency of Great Britain? I think you do. This is pound. Yeah, this is a pound. So these are pounds. Money which usually British people are earning at work. Do you remember, by the way, this word earn? For example, when you work, you always earn money. No matter how well you are working, you earn some amounts of money. So it is really interesting for us to work. It's important, it's necessary, obligatory, and I would say really cool. So, if we're speaking about time in London, it moves really, really fast. So, or maybe we can say quickly. So, as long as you are in the UK, you need to be aware of the fact that you don't have enough time for everything. So, plan everything which you want to do in advance. Speaking about the situation when you think, I will take care of everything in London. No worries at all. No, it is not like that. Speaking about London, time is flying, guys. Even in Belarus here, time really, really flies. So you need to, arrange a little plan, write some things which you want to visit, some places which you want to visit or take pictures of, and try to do everything step by step as you are in London and you are not going to be there forever. I hope you will be there forever, but probably not. Speaking about the next thing, do you like drinking? I mean, alcohol. Speaking about alcohol, you can visit some interesting pubs. Yeah, you know that in Belarus, in Minsk in particular, we call them bari, bar. But in England, in Wales, in Scotland, in Northern Ireland, so as to say, in the UK, we call them pubs. In those places, you can drink beer or some other alcoholic drinks. We call them spirits too. Okay, so speaking about your age, do you remember how old you should be to drink alcohol at the bar? Or, as we call it, a pub? You need to be 21 years old. If you are underage, so as to say you are below 21, probably the situation can happen when nobody is going to give you any beer because you are not an adult yet. So, speaking about the situation which is happening now in London, London is a paradise. Guys, probably you remember the word heaven, yeah? So, when you die, we all are going to die, you are going to the sky and there is a heaven. When we're speaking about the place on earth, like for example Maldives Islands, I don't know, Phuket for some of you, maybe Goa or London. London is a paradise for some people because people are going to London to relax, to have a good time, to play, I don't know, to play football, to watch some matches, to enjoy the weather, the nature, the people, style of life, everything like that. So some people say that London is a real paradise on earth. So in this case, we're speaking about this word paradise. It's like рай, но на земле. The next one, I would like to ask you, what are the reasons of visiting London and the UK in particular? Do you remember the word reason? I hope you do. So, speaking about this word reason, when you go anywhere in the world, of course, you pay money for it, which you earn before, as you remember, yeah, you work and you earn money. And of course, if you want to spend it on a journey to London, and as you remember, visa is not really cheap, there is a purpose or there is some, reason behind this journey. Probably you want to practice English, and I hope you're going to London to practice English. Or you're just interested in, the style of life of British people. You are interested in sites. You want to visit British Museum because I really recommend you to visit British Museum there in London. Probably you are keen on cycling. Like you really like cycling. You cannot live without cycling. And cycles, bicycles. If you want to cycle, London is one of the best places in the world. It's really good for cyclists. It is not really safe sometimes to cycle there, but it's really fun. So I really, and I would say strictly recommend you to try cycling. As I remember, the prices for cycles, I mean, for renting the cycles, are not really high. So you can try it. No problems at all. Also, speaking about people there, how do you think British people react towards us, towards, foreigners? As you remember, we talked about this word, foreigners. British people are really polite, but they are at the same time reserved. Yeah, guys, do you know the word reserved? Probably you do, but you have forgotten. Speaking about the word reserved, reserved, it's a word which means закрытые or скрытные. The same with Belarusian people. Sometimes we can be really, really reserved. Speaking about our nature, probably we are really open with our friends, like we like our friends a lot. But speaking about our acquaintances, colleagues, usually we're, quite reserved. In these cases, we're close to British people because they are reserved too. But they are at the same time polite, they are really hardworking. Probably they are funny when they drink because at the pubs you always can find some British people who are really, really funny, drunk, and I would say polite at the same time. Ruslan, do you know what? I'm not showing anything, but if you want to, I can add this whiteboard here. Just if you want to, add the whiteboard. And if I try to write or to draw something, probably you will see it. Ruslan, is it possible for you to see the board now? I'm really trying to draw something. Reserve. Ruslan, is it possible for you to see this word here? Reserved? Ruslan, waiting for your answer. Ruslan, thank you for your answer. Just because I don't know how to. Oh, okay, Ruslan, waiting. Because I can draw. Really? So is it possible for you to see this word now? Okay, so you can see me, yes? Like I'm waving my hand at you. Okay. So you cannot see this board, right? It is impossible for you to see it. Like вы не видите доску, да? Because whiteboard is. Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Great. So, for example, if I say Ruslan, will you see it? Ruslan. Will you see me? Okay, perfect, perfect. So, Ruslan, can I continue? Oh, excellent. Okay, Ruslan, thank you so much. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. From the tablet, yeah, I see. So, I was about to say you about personality traits of British people. So, speaking about them, Ruslan, I'm sorry, I need to get rid of your name. Sorry for this. So, speaking about British people, as you remember, they are polite. So, this is the word which should be here. They are really, really polite. Give me a second, guys. I'll try to write it down. Polite. They are really polite. Hardworking. It is really hard for me to write it down here, but I'll try because I'm not writing with my favorite marker. I'm just writing with my own fingers. So hard working. Just a second, guys. A second. It is really, it is really hard. Yeah, indeed, really hard. Okay, hardworking. Yeah, probably. Okay, the next one, friendly. Do you think they are friendly? Like if we're speaking about British people, they are really, really friendly towards uh, everybody, not only their local people, like if we're speaking about British people. No, they are even friendly towards foreigners. As you remember, we are foreigners when we are in the UK. So speaking about their, I would say, behavior, they prefer to stay at home. They, as we say in English, they keep themselves to themselves. Olga, do you mean I need to speak Russian? Olga, do you mean I need to speak Russian? Completely or sometimes? Olga, should I speak Russian completely or sometimes? Because yes doesn't say to me. Okay, I can give you the word and try to give you the translation in Russian. Okay, so the first one, it was the word polite. Polite means вежливый, and hardworking means дружелюбный. Also, I told you about the word friendly, but I think you know the word friend, друг. So probably the word friendly you will translate as дружелюбный. Yeah? I hope you remember this word too. Friendly. Friendly. Yeah, possible for you to see, guys? I hope it is. So, also I told you about the word reserved. And reserved should be somewhere here. Reserved means закрытый в себе, неразговорчивый, or sometimes even злой and maybe something like угрюмый. Reserved. Yeah, this is the word, probably. So you can see these words, right? Waiting for Olga to write down something. Oh, it's really interesting. Чё? Из объяснения вы поняли, что... Nope, Ольга, you are incorrect. Эти слова вы можете использовать в обычной речи, даже если вы говорите просто по-английски. Слово polite означает вежливый, слово hardworking, точнее фраза означает трудолюбивый, слово friendly это дружелюбный, и слово reserved это угрюмый. Это скорее как характеристики британцев. Разумеется, американцы тоже hardworking, и тоже friendly. Я бы даже добавил вот здесь вот в начале слово over friendly, прям чересчур дружелюбные. Но это если мы говорим про американцев. Язык один и тот же, language is English. So, эти слова могут использоваться в любом случае. Даже я вас могу описать, если бы я вас видел лично и знал, Ольга. Я бы наверняка сказал, что вы polite, это точно. Вот насчет hardworking не знаю, зависит от того, как много вы работаете. Friendly, да точно, да. Вот насчет reserve тоже не скажу. Если вы любите, скажем так, держать свои эмоции в себе, то вы тоже, наверное, будете reserve. Это неплохое качество, это не оскорбительно, но если уж вдруг вы как бы держите себя при себе и никому не рассказываете про себя, и еще и с грустным лицом путешествуете по Минску, то, скорее всего, вы тоже можете быть reserved. Но это не значит, что вы плохая. Это просто like your personality trait, то есть ваше, скажем так, качество характера, черта характера. So, guys, I need to give you some pieces of advice. Speaking about the UK. When you go to the UK, you need to have, as you remember, umbrella. You need to have a visa. You need to have your English language. I'm asking you, please, before you go to the UK, prepare your dictionary, prepare your words, vocabulary, because you need to know what to speak about in Britain. You cannot just go to Great Britain and try to use Russian. Nobody understands Russian in Great Britain. Remember, the only country where Russian language is understood is Russia. Probably Belarus, of course, we speak Russian, Ukraine, and maybe some countries, from post-Soviet Union, like Tajikistan, probably Uzbekistan, I don't know, maybe somewhere in Azerbaijan, probably Armenia or Georgia. But if we're speaking about countries which are on the left, like Poland, probably in Poland they understand Russian. But if we move towards, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Great Britain, the USA, if you meet a person who is a Russian speaker, of course he speaks Russian. But with traditional British people, it is impossible to speak Russian. So be ready for speaking only English. Also, I would recommend you to buy an Oyster card. Я не могу этого для вас перевести, because Oyster card это как карточка, specific, I don't know, bus pass or transport card, which helps you to travel around London. If you want to pay for the metro and you don't have this card, you will pay almost £5 per one journey on a metro. For example, if we're speaking about destinations, imagine you are somewhere near Nimiga, yeah, Nimiga metro station, and you are traveling from Nimiga to, let's say, to Могилевская, like one line without any transits. And for this journey in Great Britain, in London, without Oyster card, you will pay something like 15 Belarusian rubles. How do you like it, guys? We sometimes complain that in Belarus are very, very, very high prices, yeah, for transportation. But in London, in particular, these prices are enormous. If we're speaking about London, you need to pay £5 if you don't have this Oyster card for one journey on metro. Can you imagine? So always buy this card if you want to travel by metro, and it will save you some, I would say, good amount of money. Almost half of the price is going to be saved. So, and also this Oyster card costs £5, but when you don't need it anymore, you can just go to the special, vending machine. You can put your card inside of it, and it will return you £5. Of course, provided that your card is not, broken, is not scratched, so nothing has happened to it. Your card should be new if you want to return your money back. Okay, also you need to have a company, because in Great Britain, I think you will feel a bit lonely, because if you know English, it's okay, you can speak to British people, but they are, as you remember, they are reserved. So they don't speak a lot with foreigners, they keep themselves to themselves, and they prefer to speak to their families. So in this case, I recommend you to take someone with you, somebody who you really appreciate, who you think is cool, like in a conversation. Take your mom, I don't know, take your friends, take your family members if you have a wife or if you have a husband. Just take everybody you can, because the more people you have with you, the more fun your journey is going to be. So these are some, pieces of advice which I can give you. And also, guys, sometimes you go to the UK without any cash. Yeah, you remember cash, it's like money, paper money, which you usually, I would say, we used to. Мы раньше этим пользовались when we speak about Soviet Union country, like, USSR, our parents, our grandparents used cash money a lot. Nowadays, we don't use it a lot. We use our cards, we use our mobile phones, sometimes we use our watches. So speaking about Great Britain is one of the most modern countries in the world. So if you don't want to take your cash with you, I'm not here to blame you. You can go to the UK without any credit cards. It's totally fine. I'm sorry, you can go to Great Britain with only credit cards without cash money. But just be prepared to pay some additional, tax, because sometimes if you pay with your card and this card is not in foreign currency, for example, you have a card in Belarusian rubles and you want to, make a payment there. In this case, probably you will have some additional tax. So be prepared for some additional money on your card. Speaking about places where you can take your money out, we call them ATMs in the USA, which is bancomat, or you can call it a cash machine if you are in Great Britain. So in Great Britain, you usually call it a cash machine. So it is a place where you usually come to remove your money from it. It's like a little thing. You all know how it looks like. So I will not elaborate on this subject. So guys, speaking about preparations for the tour, I would say that's it. So you need to be aware of the visa. You need to have a visa in your passport. Also, you need to have your friends with you because you don't want to be bored. And I guess you need to have a good weather because even in May, sometimes the weather in Great Britain can be really, really awful. It can be cold, like it is today in Minsk. Like, have you left your homes today? The weather is a bit terrible. So, we need to speak also, as we're going to speak about London and about Great Britain in particular. We are going to talk about present simple today, just because when you are going to Great Britain, you need to be aware of some phrases which you will have to use there. Guys, may I ask you a question? Have you learned present simple tense? Изучили ли вы уже время, которое мы называем present simple? Или оно еще только у вас впереди? Give me your answers. Ольга. Учили. Perfect. Yes. Guys, what about others? I have 9 people in this chat. Please give me your answers. Have you learned or not? Yes. Yes. Perfect. So in this case, okay. No, Ruslan, which level are you on? You are on elementary level. You needed to learn present simple tense. How is it possible for you to speak English without knowing present simple? Ah, you know it. Perfect. Guys, in this case, I would like to ask you, who is willing to try to tell us about present simple? Who can be my partner? I need a person who will help me to explain present simple because I think, I have forgotten some rules. So probably you can explain to us this, I would say, the most simple tense in the world. So who is willing to try? Кто хочет попробовать объяснить нам время present simple? Помните, я могу включить вам камеру, можете включить только микрофон и попробовать нам рассказать про present simple tense. Who is willing to try? And silence, yeah? И тишина. I really like these moments. So guys, if anybody wants to try, I would like you to give me a sign, like, I don't know, put his thumb up, and I will try to ask you to help me. Probably this is 5 o'clock tea, and you are going to have your tea. Okay, Olga is writing. Waiting, Olga, for you. You are writing, or you're going to tell me that you don't want to speak and you want to write? Because I want you to tell me. Не хочу, чтобы вы писали, хочу, чтобы вы мне рассказали. To me and to others here. Ah. But where? If we are speaking about present simple, guys, я хочу вас спросить, мне лучше его вам повторить на русском языке или на английском все-таки? Как вам больше нравится? If we are speaking about present simple tense. Ольга? Олесь? Русский? Английский? We need to vote. Русский, окей, на русском мы знаем. Excellent. English. Guys, then try to understand me. Okay? I will try to do it in English. If you don't understand me, please write down something. Deal? Let's say you agree. Guys, if we're speaking about present simple, we use present simple in situations when you talk about facts. For example, I am a teacher. I live in Minsk. I have a dog. I have a flat. I drive a car. He goes to the cinema. It happens regularly. Not right now, but regularly. These are routine activities which you do every single day. Probably you do them at the weekend, you do them every Monday. For example, do you go to the, I don't know, to the dance classes? Probably you visit gym. Maybe you visit your parents once a week. Probably you go or, I don't know, swim in the swimming pool. In all these situations, you use present simple if it is not happening right now. Only the situation which is happening right now we call present continuous. Here we're speaking about present simple. Present simple means that something you do regularly. All these words, always, often, usually, sometimes, hardly ever, never, seldom, from time to time, never, everything will be used in present simple. If we're speaking about present simple, who told me? Oh, Olga, you told us about using s ending. Absolutely right, but not c. We use s ending. Speaking about s ending in present simple, when we use he, she, and it, so on, она, and ono, in these cases we use a verb with s ending after it. For example, you say, I go to the cinema every Monday, but he goes to the cinema every Monday. You use the same verb, but you change the ending. As Olga said before, we use S, not C, Olga, but S, like a dollar. Usually in Russian, you say пиши S как доллар. So in this case, we need to use S like a dollar sign. So, speaking about the situation when you need to use present simple. Routine situation when you speak about yourself, when you give us some facts about yourself. I'm tall, I'm short, I'm handsome, I'm beautiful, I live in Minsk, I work as a journalist, I have a family, I swim in the swimming pool every week, I go for a walk with my dog every evening. I sometimes play games on my computer. I usually watch TV on my sofa. In all these situations, use present simple. You never say about things which you do this moment right now. You speak in general, guys. In general, you speak about things which you do regularly or from time to time. If you want to ask a question in present simple tense, you need to use do, or as Olga told us today, we need to use s ending. So if you want to ask a question with he, she, or it, in these instances, you need to use does. Does, it's not another verb. Do, it's a verb, but does, it's the verb do with s ending. Just we have some rules of writing. And if you write DOS like D, O, and S, it doesn't make sense. You need to write it down as does, DOES. This is does. It is not completely different verb. It is the same verb, just with S ending. I hope it's clear. Speaking about the order of a question. First of all, you put do. You ask, do you play football every morning? You use do. After this, you need to use do you. Yes, do you play football? So you use do. Do, it's an auxiliary verb, вспомогательный глагол. Then you use you as a subject. In Russian, you say подлежащее. Do you, and after you use an infinitive, сказуемое. You ask, do you play? Do you run? I'm sorry, maybe this one is better. Do you play? Do you run? Do you jump? If you want to ask someone else, for example, he, she, or it, you can do it with does. For example, does he have a family? Does he know any people in his flat? Does he, or for example, does she work with her family? Does she wear uniform at work? Does he, I don't know, do home task in the weekend, at the weekend, in the evening, for example? Speaking about it, guys, do you remember who is it? What is it? Who is it? Why do we have he, on, she, on, and it? Who is it? Do you remember who is it? Оно. Okay. Who? Неодушевшенное. Okay, yeah. Okay, неодушевленное. Great. Guys, who can I call животное? Okay, so I can say it for animals. Yeah, so I can say, for example, it, and I mean a dog. Yeah, it lives with me. Собака живет со мной. It lives with me. But do you know the thing that, for example, if you have a dog and you really, really like it, you can say he or she depending on the gender. For example, if you have a cat and this cat is a female cat, so like we in Russian you say a girl, девочка, you can say she, like she is my cat or he is my dog. Because in this case you emphasize, упоминаете, что this cat or this dog is your pet. If it is your pet, you can say he or she. But if it's just a cat like on the internet somewhere or I don't know, somewhere else, in this case you say it and you don't have other choice. But I would like to give you one more thing. We use it with things which are not real, I mean, which are not alive, неодушевленные, you told me. We always use it with animals who are not in your family, who are not your pets. For example, a giraffe is an animal, so it's it. I don't know, lion is an animal, so it's it. But also we use it with little, understand me correctly, please, with little children. If we're speaking about babies who are like, 1 month old, 2 months old, 3 months old, in this case, these babies are it too. Because we don't know about their, I mean, you know about their gender, of course. You know that they are girls or they are boys, but you can ask in English, like, who is it? And the answer will be it's a girl. It's possible when a child, I mean, a baby is really, really small. I mean, not the size of the baby, yeah, like not like this. I mean, when the baby is under 1 years old or probably even younger, in these instances, you can say it. But it's better, of course, for you to remember that when a baby grows up, you cannot call a person like it. Like, for example, sometimes in Russian you say Это мой друг. But in English, you try to say in the same way. You say, it is my friend. It is my friend, guys. Do you have this? It's a phone, right? So it is your friend. If we're speaking about Robert, Kevin, Natasha, Nina, Vasily, all these guys are your friends. This is my friend. He is my friend. She is my friend. Ни в коем случае не называйте ваших друзей, которые живы, knock on wood, it. Вы не можете сказать it про людей только с he, только с she. If you want to say that это ваш друг, скажите this is my friend. Если вы хотите сказать, что вон там, вон далеко ваш друг, скажите that is my friend. Прошу вас, не употребляйте слово it в значении живого человека. It is my friend and this is a phone. It is my friend. But speaking about people, all people are your friends and they are your friends. He is my friend, she is my friend, you are my friends. Guys, okay? Brilliant. So let's try to move on. Or maybe you have some questions. Guys, I would like to ask you, do you have any questions? Olga, you are writing. Okay, it's clear. Guys, I think in your home task, you will have some tests to check whether you understand this rule or not. I will not going to stop on it for a little bit longer. Just now, I would like to show you and ask, when I show you this окончание S or ES page, can you see it? Like, do you see my screen? For example, now you see the words, yeah, polite, hardworking, friendly and reserved. А если я перехожу вот на эту страницу, видно ли вам вот эти правила? Окончание S и ES. Сейчас я вынужден перейти обратно, чтобы увидеть ваши ответы. Но как вам, видна ли страничка была? Вот сейчас, видна ли она вам? Нет, нет, окей. So you can see only the platform. Вам нужно видна только платформа, правильно? Если я тут напишу что-то, вы это увидите. It's a sun. If means да. То есть на платформе вы видите, а вот все, что я вам покажу сейчас, окончание S и ES, вы этого не видите. Brilliant. Тогда я вам расскажу. Guys, Olga today told us about these endings, ES and S. I would like to read for you some rules in Russian. I'm sorry for my Russian. Окончание S используется для образования множественного числа, существительных и при образовании времени present simple. У большинства, я подчеркну, исчисляемых, которые можно посчитать существительных, в английском языке множественная форма образуется просто с помощью добавления окончания s. For example, cake, cakes, town, towns, apple, apples, show, shows. But большинство глаголов образует форму времени present simple для третьего лица единственного числа. I told you about this once, he, she and it, простым добавлением окончания s. При этом глаголы не меняют своего значения. For example, I work, she works. I show, he shows. I cook, it cooks. You sneeze, he sneezes. I leave, he lives. I stop, he stops. I die, she dies. I take, he takes. Yeah, clear. We talked about these endings. So now I would like to give you some exceptions, исключения. After S, double S, X, Z, Ch, and Sh. In these cases, for example, when we say this, do you remember how we say часы, наручные in English? Guys, do you remember how we say наручные часы in English? Can you try to use English? Watch? Understandable. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yes, this is watch. This is a watch. So speaking about a watch, I hope you see my writing. Watches. If we speak about a verb, если мы говорим с вами про глагол, or if we're speaking about a word in plurals. For example, часы одни и часы, если их несколько. Одни часы — это a watch, но множественное число здесь образуется с помощью добавления окончаний es, потому что мы просто не можем с вами сделать вот такое слово. Попробуйте его произнести. Вы сломаете себе язык. What? It's impossible. Because of this, in these cases, we use es. So we say watches. The same with a verb. Я надеюсь, вы помните, что глагол watch, to watch, означает смотреть. So if you say он смотрит телевизор регулярно, вы говорите he watches a TV regularly. The same with watches, if we're speaking about часы во множественном числе. Господа, I hope it is clear. I can give you some more examples. So, for example, bus, buses, kiss, kisses, glass, glasses, tax, taxes, box, boxes, bench, benches, and, for example, let's say crash and crashes. But when we are speaking about существительные с вашим одним из любимых окончаний th, помните, да, как оно читается? Межзубный звук с. После них, если у вас это слово оканчивается на th, слово во множественном числе будет писаться просто с буквой s. Например, death – смерть и deaths – смерти. Because is going like one sound, потому что просто звук th у вас проходит как один звук. Это не две буквы, это не два звука, это один звук. So, in this way, you need to use s. For example, cloth, like, guys, do you know the word cloth? It's a question for you guys. Do you know the word cloth? No. Clothes – it's закрывать. Cloth. Nope. И не одежда. Because clothes – это одежда. Cloth – that word – it's тряпка. This one – cloth – это тряпка. And if you want to say тряпки, you say clothes. Не clothes, like you say with одежда. You say clothes. Не путайте, пожалуйста, с clothes. Давайте еще раз. Слово clothes. Give me a second. Слово clothes. Одежда. Слово cloth и множественное число слова cloths. Это тряпка или тряпки. Guys, clear? Be careful. When you say clothes, это одежда. И не бывает единственного числа. У вас всегда слово будет таким. Просто слово clothes. Будьте внимательны в произношении. Вы частенько говорите слово closes. Closes пишется вот так. Окей. Closes. This is closes. Например, он закрывает дверь регулярно. He closes the door regularly. Но если вы говорите, я очень люблю носить одежду зеленых цветов. I really like wearing clothes in green colors. Clothes. То слово, которое было изначально. Clothes. Be very attentive. Cloth – это тряпка. clothes. Это тряпки. Be very attentive. And after the lesson, I would like to ask you to do it. Please listen to the word clothes on the internet. Okay? Just try to go to Google and Google this word because you need to do it. Okay? Brilliant. I think we can move on. Guys, also, we have one situation when the letter Y appears. Do you remember this letter Y? I hope you don't call it Y because it is ridiculous when you call it Y. We don't have this word Y. So if you have this word Y, I mean this letter Y, as we call it in English, Y. For example, cherry. Yeah, cherry is вишня. If you want to say вишни, you say cherries. So you change the letter Y into IES. Guys, you were writing. Пишите, пожалуйста. I'll wait. Guys, пишите. I'll wait. Я подожду. Questions are always welcome. Cherries, right? Yes, absolutely correct. You can, check it. Cherries. Cherries, yeah. So in these instances, when we have Y at the end, for example, do you know the word butterfly? Butterfly, yeah? You know it. Butterfly. In this case, Alice, thank you so much. Yeah, great. So if we're speaking about butterflies, the situation is the same. You just change the letter Y into IES. It happens with words cherry, pony, baby, lady, butterfly, sky, so all the time. Okay, but if we are speaking about the situation, если перед окончанием Y стоит гласная буква, помните, что такое гласная буква, да? Все эти А, О, У, И, в английском языке the same, A, O, U, E, I. In this case, к существительному прибавляется только окончание S. For example, they days. Excellent. Роман, you are my hero. Great. Если у вас перед буквой Y стоит гласная буква A, O, U, I don't know, E, I, in these instances, you need to use only S at the end. Именно поэтому некоторые спрашивают, если я беру слово cherry, например, вишня или butterfly, вы все знаете слово butterfly, я почему-то меняю и говорю butterflies. Если я беру слово day, я почему-то беру просто days. Почему? This is an explanation. Вот вам объяснение. If we are speaking about the word day, у вас перед буквой Y стоит гласная буква. Если у вас в слове перед буквой Y не стоит гласная буква, в данном случае вам нужно будет модернизировать букву Y и сделать ее IES. I would like to read you some. Yes, absolutely correct. Yes, Roman. IES. Yes, great. IES. So, for example, play, plays, day, days, monkey, monkeys. The same with verbs, господа. И то же самое касается глагольчиков. Если мы с вами говорим про глаголы, таких как to dry, сушить, to fly, летать, to carry, носить, to marry, жениться, in these instances у вас тоже Y меняется на IES. Но если у вас глагол оканчивается на Y, а перед ним стоит гласная буква, в Догадаетесь, что происходит в этом случае? Can you guess? Excellent. Давайте попробуем. Guys, слово dry, сушить. Can you help me? How you will do it? Dry is absolutely correct. Помните почему? Потому что y стоит после consonant, после согласного звука. И мы не можем здесь поставить просто вот такое вот слово. Такого слова у нас нету. Что это за dries? In this case, we need to say dries. But if we're speaking about a word stay, ideas, excellent. Потому что буква Y стоит после гласной буквочки. В этом случае у вас ничего не происходит. Именно поэтому, Роман, did I tell you that you are my hero? In this instance, we need to use S after Y. Nothing special. Guys, also, I would like to give you some, I would say only how many? I will give you two verbs which after ending on O have different endings with he, she, it. For example, to do and to go. Do you remember how we say он делает, он ходит, она делает или она ходит? He goes, excellent, thank you, he goes. What about do? Guys, work with do too, не оставляйте do без присмотра. Does, she does. Excellent. Guys, thank you so much for this. I have no more questions for you. So, now I would like to ask you, we will try to go to the, give me a second. Okay. Guys, I'm sorry for this. I need to interrupt the lesson for a second. I will be here with you, but I need to give you some video to watch, okay? Because you can listen to only me, but I don't want you to listen to only me today. I would like you to listen to something interesting about London, okay? Because the main topic was about London. So I would like to give you a video which is connected with London. I will give it to you on YouTube. It will not be long. I'll try to give you not a really long video, probably. So just give me a second. I'll try to give it to you. London for tourists. Excellent. Bridge. An impressive reminder of excellent. So guys, now I would like to give you a video. I'll try to play it here on the platform. Just give me a second. Yeah. I hope it will be okay for you to see it. Oh, okay. Just a second, guys. A second, please. I'll try to give you the video and I want you to watch it, okay? Is it possible for you to watch it, guys? Can you please tell me? Do you see it? Before we start watching, can you tell me, do you see it? Yep. Yes. Yes. So guys, I would like to play this video for you. I'll leave you for a moment just because you want to concentrate. You don't want to see me. So I will switch off my camera, but I will be here with you. Like my microphone is going to work. I would like to ask you to watch this video, listen to the sounds, like listen to the speech. And after this video or during listening and watching to this video, please write to me your feedback. Like, how is it for you to understand British speech? Okay, just write to me the impressions which you will have during this video. Okay, so I will be here with you. Just I don't want you to see me because you need to concentrate on a video. I will turn off the video. I mean, my video. You will not hear me. You will not see me. But please concentrate and write to me via chat your feedback. Deal? Brilliant. Guys, I am playing the video for you. Be ready for this.
London is situated in the southeast of England in the Thames Valley. Home to over 8 million people, the capital of the UK has been an important financial, educational and cultural centre for hundreds of years. Of the many gifts England has given to the world, none has been greater than her language and literature. And if ever there's a city that reads like an epic saga, it's London. The story of London began in the Bronze Age, but it didn't really get going until the Romans withdrew in the 5th century. Growing into one of the great medieval trading cities, she truly came of age in the 11th century, when William the Conqueror built the Tower of London, which was to become one of England's grimmest prisons. London is very easy to navigate around, and is compact enough to explore on foot. This world city is filled with iconic symbols, and one of the most easily recognisable is Tower Bridge, an impressive reminder of London's rapid expansion during the Industrial Revolution. Just upriver, the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben's reassuring chimes peal across the city every hour on the hour. Buckingham Palace, perhaps the most famous palace in the world, is the official residence of Queen Elizabeth. It's a popular London attraction, offering tours of staterooms and gardens. Nearby, Kensington Palace is open to the public year-round. The palace and gardens will be remembered as the home of Princess Di and Prince Charles, and have recently undergone a multi-million-pound refurbishment. Another legacy of England's monarchy are the royal parks of London. They were once reserved as private hunting grounds for the royal family, but nowadays they're open for everyone to enjoy. There are 8 royal parks, and many of them are in central London and close to royal palaces and other historic monuments. Green Park and St James Park are right next to Buckingham Palace, Admiralty Arch and the Mall. Hyde Park is perhaps the most famous for its man-made lake, the Serpentine, and on the other side, Kensington Gardens is a beautiful open expanse that stretches east towards Kensington Palace. The Albert Memorial is at the southern end of Kensington Gardens, and the striking bronze statue looks towards the Royal Albert Hall just across the road. The hall is yet another reminder of Queen Victoria's great love for her husband, Prince Albert. Many of London's greatest stories have begun in our houses of worship, and none is so impressive and important as Westminster Abbey. This is where kings and queens have been crowned, married, and buried. London was rebuilt after the Great Fire in 1666, and St Paul's Cathedral is the most enduring monument to the city's transformation. It's a great testament to British strength and resilience. The West End in central London is a story in itself. Here the streets are lined with ancient buildings, but the throngs of people are out to have fun. By day, the charming boutiques and cafes hum with shoppers, and by night, the bars along Carnaby Street are packed with patrons enjoying pre-show drinks. This is one of the largest theatre districts in the world. times it can feel like you're on a Monopoly board, with Coventry Street, Trafalgar Square and Piccadilly Circus all close by. Moving away from the historic centre, London's trendy suburbs offer a different kind of story. The Portobello Road markets in Notting Hill attract thousands of visitors, especially to the antiques market that's held on Saturdays, while the edgier Camden Town features 6 popular markets that are open every day of the week and operate along her streets, the canal and her historic stables. London is a city that honours not only her own story, but also the story of humankind. British Museum is one of the finest in the world, and her treasures cover thousands of years of history and number in the millions. The museum is open every day, best of all, it's free. From the ancient to the modern, the London Eye offers a complete change of pace and perspective. The massive wheel is over 400 feet high and takes 30 minutes to complete one rotation. From here, you can see the London of old, as well as some of the city's newest additions, all in air-conditioned comfort. London will always be a city that looks towards the past and the future in equal measure. From Rule Britannia to Cool Britannia, the fabric and the skyline of this city is forever turning over a new page. Which is, after all, what every great story should do.
So guys, how was the video? Was it an interesting one? Guys, I asked you to give me your feedback. So how is your feedback here? Great, okay. Excellent. So was the language understandable? Or it maybe was too fast for you, or maybe too slow, too not understandable, or it was okay? Guys, какой ваш фидбэк? Что скажете? Excellent, perfect, or just okay? Perfect, okay. So you enjoyed it, yeah? Interesting, okay. Okay, thank you. I was trying to find something interesting for you. Great. Guys, now I would like to ask you, so on this website, some moment not clear, interesting, but very fast. So guys, as we're all staying at home now, so we don't have an opportunity to travel, probably London was my choice for you. But of course, as you can see, I hope you can see now, yeah, like this travel guides around Paris, Barcelona, Singapore, Bora Bora. You see this, yeah, videos right now on this platform. So if you're interested, maybe somewhere after the lesson, because the lesson is going to be finished very, very soon, you can just Google the information on YouTube if you're interested and watch some interesting videos in English. Of course, according to your favorite traveling destinations. So today I told you some things about London, and we talked about some things which are connected with London, but also there are some more interesting things in the world, as you can see: London, New York, Amsterdam, Iceland, Venice, so something like that. So guys, I would like to ask you, do you have any additional questions to me today? Or probably the topic about London was clear? Like, do you have any additional questions for me today? Because I think it's time for us to say goodbye to each other. Guys, any questions? Вопросики, может быть, есть? Nope. So guys, in this case, I would like to wish you all the best. I want you to be the greatest of the best, the greatest of the greatest. So everything is going to be fine in your lives. Thank you so much for attending the class, and see you next time. Thank you so much for this level, and thank you for the lesson. Try the next time to write down more, because I cannot hear you, but probably I will see you. Deal?